So, guys, it's no secret that Shedeur is now the starter. I feel like Kevin Stefanski was forced to name Shedeur the starter. I feel like this was a move that Jimmy Haslam set in place. I told y'all a week ago, when it comes to them damn ticket prices, we're going to see immediate change. And immediate change is what we got. It's about time. Hold your wrist up.
What? They really tried to keep this quiet, but the truth slipped out anyway. Jimmy Haslam just pulled a stunt so wild, it makes every so-called NFL plot twist look like a boring rerun.
Shedeur will start this week. Obviously, number one job of a quarterback is to win. So excited to get that first win under his belt. And then next thing is improvement. And that's what young players do. Certainly young quarterbacks do. You get one game better, and that's just from working at it. So that'll be our focus. Obviously, first start for any young quarterback, you're always going to make sure that the operation is how you want it. And I thought by and large was good. There's things that we can clean up. And obviously that goes on all of us. That's coaches.
Kevin Stefanski didn't just bench Dillon Gabriel. He got pushed into it like he walked into a meeting he wasn't supposed to hear. And guess who's stepping up now? Shedeur Sanders strolling onto that field with the type of confidence that says, yeah, I'm running this tonight. Stick around, because this whole situation is turning messy, funny, and honestly confusing in a way that would make the N.F.L. logic handbook explode.
Without a doubt. And I think, again, there's such an adjustment for players coming out of college, regardless of position. But think about when you've started your whole life in high school and college, and then there is that transition, and that comes for everybody. But the message we always have around here is you have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And the life of a backup player, whether quarterback or otherwise, it's a grind. You really got to work when nobody's watching and those type of things. Now, once you do get that into that starter role, that's when the reps come. That's when the game plan is really built around your comfort level and those type of things. So
every coach on that staff is looking around like, did we really just do that? Because what Jimmy Haslam just pulled doesn't even qualify as a power move. It's more like a CEO meltdown dressed up as strategy. Kevin Stefanski didn't just get nudged. He got fully steamrolled into benching Dillon Gabriel, like he clicked the wrong link and ended up on someone's live stream by accident. And the guy stepping in, Shedeur Sanders, walking out there like the turf rolled itself out for him because, let's be real, at this point, it kind of did. Now picture it. The Browns rolling in after a road win, the stadium buzzing, and suddenly everything flips like a plot twist nobody rehearsed. Injuries? Yeah, a few, and they're hitting like unpaid bills. Aiden Huntington's quad is yelling, please stop. Brendan Bates is limping around on that ankle like it owes him rent, and Dillon Gabriel, cleared from concussion protocol and looking ready to roll, gets parked on the bench anyway because Haslam decided it's his call now.
There has been a war, a secret behind-the-scenes war is being exposed between Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. Now, you guys remember during the bye week when Andrew Berry normally takes the podium to address the media about the team, Andrew Berry no-showed the press conference. He did not address the media or the state of the team. Now, it is very clear, and we understand, Dillon Gabriel was Kevin Stefanski's pick. Shedeur Sanders was Andrew Berry's pick.
That's when the real story cracks open, because this wasn't about injuries at all. This was a behind-the-scenes battle, finally spilling into the open between Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry. Remember during the bye week, when Andrew Berry usually steps up to the mic and updates everyone on the team? He didn't show up to his own press conference. Not a word, not a statement, not even a quick wave. And now everything is starting to make sense because Dillon Gabriel was Kevin Stefanski's guy. But Shedeur Sanders, that was Andrew Berry's pick from day one. Instant tension, instant drama, instant chaos shaking the entire building. Fans are buzzing, group chats are blowing up, ticket sales are jumping, and the whole NFL world blinked like, wait, did they really just switch quarterbacks mid-season like it's a game show?
That came from ownership. That came from Jimmy Haslam, the owner of the Cleveland Browns, walking downstairs saying, hold on a second, why didn't you name a starter? Shedeur just won. We haven't won since October 19th. Name Shedeur Sanders the starter. Remember, Jimmy Haslam was non-committal. Kevin Stefanski was non-committal last night to starting Shedeur. So how do you go from being non-committal to waking up, and all you've been on is a flight, to waking up the very next day and being like, yeah, Shedeur's the starter? Hell no. That, to me, came from the owner of the Cleveland Browns saying, if you don't start Shedeur, you gonna have to leave.
Oh yes, They did. Shedeur Sanders is officially the starter now, and this isn't some let the rookie try it situation. This is Jimmy Haslam grabbing the controls and saying, we're doing it this way, with no warning and no slow buildup. Dillon Gabriel barely had time to breathe before the decision dropped. Welcome to the NFL's wildest reality show. And Shedeur, he's soaking it in like this was the plan all along. High difficulty, confusing logic, unpredictable timing, yet somehow it clicked, and he already walked away with a win before half the fan base even had time to realize, hold up, we're actually doing this?
You know, Shedeur Sanders' entrance into the NFL didn't quite go as he expected, slipping to the 5th round and then eventually going to the Browns, where he was at one point QB4. Shedeur called that fuel for his fire back then, and it took him 12 weeks of the NFL season to be able to show the National Football League why he deserved better. On Sunday, before his first career start against the Raiders, Shedeur Sanders, who, by the way, is Kevin Stefanski's 13th quarterback during his tenure alone to make at least one start.
Let's get into the details, because Shedeur isn't out there just tossing pretty deep balls for highlight clips. He's moving like someone who's been in the league forever. His communication is sharp, he's reading the field fast, and he's adjusting to NFL speed like it's nothing. And remember that Ravens game? Yeah, they tried to rattle him, and he sent them home stressed out. Every defensive coordinator prepping for him probably dropped their coffee after watching that tape. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel is sitting on the bench getting a front-row lesson on what it looks like when the owner makes a call, and all you can do is swallow it and watch. And on the sideline, Kevin Stefanski is doing everything he can to look calm while whispering, number one job of a quarterback is to win.
To win in over 30-some years as a rookie starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns organization. Now, Kevin Stefanski just wrapped up his Zoom call for Monday, and they was asking him questions, and now he wants to come out to say that Shedeur Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback. I feel that Kevin Stefanski is feeling that pressure from Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry. We saw the footage of Andrew Berry in the locker room hugging Shedeur, and they had some words.
Maybe he meant it, maybe he didn't, but he knows exactly what's happening. Young quarterbacks get better fast, and Shedeur is leveling up like he's playing a video game with every cheat code unlocked, with Jimmy Haslam holding the controller. Rookie Jerry Jeudy had one small slip with ball security, but that came from the complexity of the moment, not laziness. These young players are stepping up everywhere, and once Shedeur walked in, the whole offense suddenly looked like a cast prepping for a big performance. The energy shifted instantly, and it shows every snap. And the wildest part, Shedeur is just the beginning of this rookie surge. 9 rookies came in and made legit impact plays. Touchdowns, movement, momentum, all because they're wired the right way. It's like the team flipped a switch and decided it's time to show the league what they're really building here. Hard work is showing up loud, because what these guys did on Sunday wasn't just football. It was a message that the future is here and it's dangerous.
Did the offense look like it was moving down the field? Check mark. Did he make some big plays? Check mark. Did Isaiah Bond start to look like maybe there's something there? How about this offensive line, by the way? We left this offensive line for dead, and rightfully so. And now all of a sudden the offensive line can start to play a little bit. The run game has some life to it. That's the best play I've seen Sampson make in his entire NFL career. Yeah. Harold Fannin making all sorts of plays, especially the one to get the first down.
Yes.
I don't think it's an accident that people around Shedeur Sanders get better around Shedeur Sanders.
They want to fight for him.
I just refuse. Yeah, I just refuse to think that's an accident. And
Shedeur didn't just step in. He rode a wave of rookie energy that somehow clicked instantly. And now everybody's looking around like, how is this working? And don't forget the drama behind it. This wasn't a small shuffle. This was a full Thanksgiving week intervention with ticket prices launching and the NFL world staring in shock. Dillon Gabriel is probably scrolling the internet, trying to figure out how to get his spot back, while Shedeur is out here redefining what a rookie starter can look like. Every snap has that, did that really happen? Vibe. His reads are sharp, his throws are bold, and he's turning blitzes into highlight material like it's second nature. Watching him move through the field feels like a tightrope act with chaos, talent, and swagger all packed into one moment. The sideline energy is wild. Kevin Stefanski is trying to coach while processing the fact that Jimmy Haslam basically shoved him into a plot twist straight out of a reality show. Rookies are thriving, veterans are feeding off the hype, And Shedeur's walking around like he already stamped his name in franchise history, and honestly, fans are treating him like an instant legend. Prices jump, excitement spikes, and suddenly, every Browns game feels like must-watch TV.
Here's the only thing that I said. I did not like Kevin Stefanski hesitating, to say he'll be starting next week. You could have at least said that. It's ridiculous that he didn't say at least that much, even though we know he eventually will, because as I was watching T.O. this morning, he said it accurately. There's no way that you could get away with not starting Shedeur Sanders. Cleveland will have, they'll have mutiny in that city if they don't put Shedeur Sanders back out there behind center this coming weekend.
Shedeur stepping in becomes the headline everybody's arguing about. Social media goes wild. Analysts break down every frame, and memes hit the internet faster than kickoff. And up in the box, Haslam is watching calmly, like he knew this chaos was coming all along. But this story isn't just about Shedeur. It's about the shockwave he created. His confidence lifts the rookies, his energy charges the whole squad, and defensive coordinators everywhere are probably drafting apology notes to themselves for underestimating him. 1 week, one switch, and the whole season feels flipped inside out. And somehow, it all works. Shedeur keeps leveling up every snap. And sure, Dillon Gabriel might get another chance down the line, but right now, the league is glued to this kid's every move, every throw, every adjustment, every pressure moment feels like another chapter in Haslam's unexpected power play. This isn't just a quarterback change. This is controlled chaos delivered by ownership and executed with style. 1 week, one decision, and now Shedeur already has a win stamped to his name, while the rest of the N.F.L. tries to figure out what just hit them.
He's sticking with Shedeur. And listen, I think it's the right decision, as I talked about on our post-game show. Shedeur he brought a spark to the offense that we hadn't seen. They scored 24 points. There were some things to like about the way that he just conducted things, and I get it. There were some, he functioned largely within the structure of the offense and the things that they were trying to get him to call and run. But around that, you saw him improvise at times and make some plays downfield. That's something we hadn't seen from this offense just yet. And it also just felt like, in general, guys played better than they had all year.
Because truthfully, Shedeur stepping in isn't a ripple. It's a full-blown tsunami. And every warm-up, every glance, every snap carries the weight of Jimmy Haslam's raised eyebrow. The rest of the NFL is out here trying to figure out whether they're still playing football or starring in some high-stakes episode of N.F.L. Chaos Edition. And the locker room, pure entertainment. Dillon Gabriel is probably giving the water cooler the coldest stare on earth, while Shedeur is over there flipping the football around like he's filming a commercial and prepping to slice up another defense. It's awkward brilliance rookie confidence, crashing straight into veteran nerves. And Kevin Stefanski is caught in the middle, coaching while trying not to sweat through his headset, because when Haslam says do it, it isn't advice. It's basically gravity. Shedeur's adjustments are textbook clean, but still feel like improv jazz. Pressure, he welcomes it. Blitzes turn into highlight chances, and every snap feels like watching a magician juggle flaming swords on a unicycle. Meanwhile, the team around him is feeding off the madness. Myles Garrett and the defensive crew are causing mayhem, drawing blockers and creating openings. So Shedeur can attack those gaps like he's reading off a script. Except this script is real intense and hilarious all at once. And the fans. Oh, this is where it gets spicy. Social media is going wild. Clips of Shedeur's deep throws, slick scrambles, and sideline smirks are everywhere, turning timelines into full-blown hype reels. Memes were already flying before Shedeur even finished warming up. Ticket prices shot up, not just from hype, but because Haslam's whole aura turned into a marketing machine overnight. Fans are loving it, hating it, debating it, basically doing everything the NFL dreams of, but in pure chaos mode. This is the kind of week that makes sports commentary feel like an identity crisis. Do we talk stats, or do we admit we're watching history being pushed into existence in the most dramatic way possible? The ripple effect is real. Other teams are watching closely. Defensive coordinators are stressing, and every young quarterback just got a lesson on how fast relevance can change when the owner decides it's your moment. And Dillon Gabriel, he's right there in the middle of it, front row, watching this whole thing unfold without ever doing anything wrong. He's healthy, ready, and still technically the starter in waiting. But the truth is simple. This story belongs to Shedeur now. It's like showing up prepared for a test only to find out the questions changed and the new kid got your grade. It's unfair, dramatic, and perfect television. And while the spotlight is on Shedeur, the rest of the squad is thriving. Myles Garrett doing what he always does. Rookies making plays like they've been in the league for years, and the offensive line shifting protection like they've practiced this setup all season. Every coach is trying to look calm while sneaking glances at Haslam every few seconds. The Browns' entire ecosystem has officially turned into a blend of talent, chaos, and one billionaire's mood swings. While the rest of the NFL watches in envy, confusion, and a little fear, Shedeur stepping in isn't an experiment anymore. It's the era they all have to deal with. This is the start of a whole new reality, where the rules bend, talent pops, and ownership flexes play out like live entertainment. Every press conference now holds the chance of someone casually saying, "Yay, that happened because Haslam wanted it." And everyone nods, like it's law. The Browns didn't just switch quarterbacks. They kicked off a full-on cultural moment. The season ahead isn't just a list of games. It's a chain reaction sparked by Shedeur's first start, boosted by Haslam's dramatic moves, and carried by a roster ready to turn every chance into a show. Will Shedeur keep dominating? Will Dillon Gabriel fight his way back? Will Haslam drop another wild twist next week? One thing is guaranteed. The NFL just got reminded that one choice, delivered with swagger and a little chaos, can flip an entire season in seconds. And the big question echoing everywhere is simple. Can any quarterback, rookie, or veteran really survive the whirlwind that is Jimmy Haslam's Browns? Buckle up, because this is only the beginning. Shedeur Sanders isn't just starting games. He's starting conversations, starting memes, starting chaos, and maybe starting the most unexpectedly fun season in Browns history. If you rocked with this breakdown, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.